Home cinema. There are a huge number of design options to turn that spare room in your house into something else. If you're not a big sports fan and you don't need a home office, a pretty obvious option is a home cinema. So now, if you want to enjoy a movie sitting in a comfortable chair and eating popcorn, you don't have to leave your house. The video shows the construction of a home cinema in a villa in France. The work was done by the British company Home Cinemas. As you can see, the design of the room is very unusual, all because the customer wanted a retro-style home cinema. The room had to resemble the old theatres, which the owners visited as children. As a result, the walls were decorated with unusual velvet inserts. Between them, you can see wooden panels stylized as columns. The screen and sound system are built into the walls too. The room is relatively small, so there are only 6 chairs in it. And of course, the main feature of the room is a complex ceiling that imitates a starry sky. Mini golf course. We know that not many people have an extra room in their house, but some of you probably have an empty, unused plot of land near your house. Well, here are detailed instructions on how to do something cool and interesting on it. Bella Turf has recorded a step-by-step lesson on how to turn an unoccupied lot into a mini golf course. And as you can see, the construction process is not complicated. The main thing is to just have free time and lots of enthusiasm. The preparation of the territory begins with the excavation of the top layer of soil on the site. The task of specialists is to make the surface as smooth and flat as possible, and therefore they pour crushed stone, compact it, and lay insulation. Another layer of limestone rubble is placed on top of the insulation, and then thoroughly compacted. The penultimate step is to lay artificial rolled turf and cover it with sand. And of course, don't forget to make the holes. Building a pond. For those of you who prefer to relax and enjoy the view, we've got another great idea. How about getting your own DIY pond? Especially since it's easier to make than it might seem at first glance. First, the area where you want your pond has to be marked properly. Then, all excess soil is dug out. You determine the depth of the pond yourself, but of course the job will be easier if it's shallow. The next step is to reinforce and decorate the edge of the pond. This is necessary to ensure that the water won't erode the edges and the pond won't lose its original shape. To prevent water from being absorbed by the ground, a layer of insulation is placed on the bottom of the pit. Nearby, a hole is dug for the pump, which will fill the pond with water and empty it for cleaning. The pump is connected to the water system with a hose, which in turn is hidden under the ground so as to not spoil the view. When the pump is assembled and connected, all that remains is to decorate the edges of the pond with stones. There's no need to put stones on the cupboard under the stairs. By the way, not all home modifications are purely decorative. Some, for example, increase the amount of usable space in the house and therefore are also very practical. Have you ever thought about how much space a single staircase leading to the second floor takes up? You probably have, so now we're going to show you exactly how to fix it. You can't have Harry Potter living in that tiny cupboard, but you can store things there. In this case, the area under the stairs has been turned into a pantry with handy pull-out drawers. It's noteworthy that the modification had no effect on the strength of the construction. The main thing is to strengthen the frame of the resulting cabinet. Stairs lightning. Almost every day, the owners of multi-story houses face the same problem: how to go downstairs at night without switching on the lights and waking up everyone around the house. Fortunately, there's a solution to this problem, and right now you can see it on your screen. All you need are these small LED lights on the steps of the stairs. They can come in a variety of shapes. In this case, a long, thin shape was chosen, but the lights can also be round. They are installed directly into the steps. A recess is pre-cut into the wood to do so. The light is enough for you to see where you're stepping and avoid falling down, but at the same time, it's not bright enough to light the whole room up or mess with other people's sleep. DIY planter box. You don't want to spend a lot of money on a planter box to decorate your garden? In that case, you can try to build one yourself using, for example, wooden slats or boards. You'll need a few tools: a saw to give the pieces the right length, and a screw gun to connect them and make the box. First, as you can see, the craftsman creates a frame using large wooden planks. Then he attaches thin ornamental timbers horizontally so that the construction looks more like a box. The final touch is laying the top slats with beveled edges. Bench of concrete and wood. You already made a pond and a planter box. Are you tired and want to sit down? It's a good time to take on a new project: an unusual bench made of wood and concrete. Especially since you can easily buy everything you need to bring the job down to a couple of simple steps. You don't have to figure out how to make a neat concrete bench base, because the American company Concrete Bench Molds has created these special molds. All you have to do is spray the surface with a special spray, screw some metal bolts into the mold, lay it on a smooth, flat surface, and finally pour the mortar inside. To make the structure more durable, reinforcement is placed inside. The material needs 36 to 48 hours to dry. After that, the concrete needs another 7 days to gain hardness. Only after that can you install the wooden slats, 3 for the seat and 3 for the backrest. It won't be hard to install them. Remember the bolts that were screwed into the mold? They left holes, which you can use to fasten the slats. The concrete bases can be sanded down beforehand to make the bench look nicer and neater. Faux brick wall. Finally, we have an idea for people who love loft and industrial styles. That's because it will allow you to create a brick wall quickly and easily. Baron Designs has developed these handy little panels that mimic the look of a brick wall. They're made of durable but lightweight polyurethane, so they're easy to use. The panels are attached to the wall with construction adhesive and screws. The finished surface is resistant to abrasion, fading, and is not afraid of different weather conditions, so it can also be used for exterior design too. Finally, the manufacturer offers many color combinations, so that you can find the perfect option for you. The bricks have a natural appearance, a rough texture, and decorative chips and cracks that make them even more natural.